Hello and welcome to Passionate Finance News, your go-to source for the latest updates in finance, banking, corporate contracts, stock markets, acquisitions, and startups across India. Today, we bring you a comprehensive update covering key developments that are shaping the Indian economy. So let's get started. First, let's talk banking and finance. The Reserve Bank of India has maintained its policy rates in its latest review, signaling a cautious approach to balance economic growth with inflation. The RBI emphasized monitoring credit growth, inflation trends, and global financial conditions before any future rate changes. Public and private banks are showing steady performance. SBI reported a 12% growth in deposits, while HDFC Bank recorded strong credit demand from retail and corporate segments. The fintech space is booming, with UPI transactions surpassing new records, reflecting the continued adoption of digital payments across the country. Mobile wallets and neobanks are expanding their reach to Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities. On the corporate finance side, NBFCs are increasingly exploring green financing, especially for renewable energy projects, as ESG compliance becomes central to investor interest. Moving on to corporate contracts. Larsen & Toubro secured a 2,500 crore rupees metro development contract across multiple cities, highlighting ongoing urban infrastructure growth. The project will focus on smart transport integration and modern engineering solutions. In the energy sector, Adani Group won a contract for solar power installations in Rajasthan, aligning with India's push for renewable energy. Defense contracts are also significant. The Indian Army and private OEMs are entering partnerships to modernize artillery and missile systems, boosting domestic manufacturing under the Atmanirbhar Bharat initiative. These contracts not only create jobs but also reinforce India's position as a hub for infrastructure and defense manufacturing. In the world of mergers and acquisitions, Reliance Industries acquired a strategic stake in a domestic renewable energy startup, expanding its sustainable energy portfolio. Infosys announced the acquisition of a European AI firm, strengthening its digital and AI consulting services globally. Even smaller startups are attracting strategic acquisitions. Bengaluru-based fintech startups and health tech companies are seeing international VC interest and partnerships with established corporates. These moves reflect an ongoing trend where Indian companies are aggressively expanding both domestically and internationally. Now let's check the stock market. The Nifty 50 gained 0.8% today, while BSE Sensex reached a new record high, driven by strong earnings from IT and banking sectors. Mid-cap and small-cap companies, especially in renewable energy, technology, and consumer goods, are showing strong momentum. Analysts suggest investors should focus on companies with robust balance sheets and long-term growth prospects, particularly those benefiting from government initiatives like Make in India, renewable energy expansion, and digital transformation. Startups continue to make headlines. Bengaluru-based defense tech startup OneBrief raised $50 million in Series C funding to expand AI-enabled defense solutions. Health tech and edtech startups are forming strategic partnerships with corporates to scale operations and reach wider audiences. Fintech startups are leading adoption of digital lending, AI-based credit scoring, and payments innovations across urban and semi-urban India. Venture capital investments are increasingly targeting ESG-compliant startups and technology-driven SMEs, reflecting a shift towards sustainable and high-growth sectors. The government continues to push infrastructure, renewable energy, and defense manufacturing policies, creating opportunities for private players and startups. India's GDP growth forecast remains optimistic, supported by increasing consumption, export demand, and digital economy expansion. Inflation trends are stable, and financial experts predict gradual stabilization in interest rates, supporting long-term investment strategies. That wraps up today's in-depth coverage of India's finance, banking, stock markets, contracts, acquisitions, and startup ecosystem. Stay connected with Passionate Finance News to stay ahead of the curve with the latest developments. I'm Hosham, and thank you for watching. See you in the next update.